嗨，各位同学们，大家早上好，我是来自槟城 SM 铁板牙的Cikgu Timbalan。Mencari timba si acara. Di masa sebelum tempoh, salam semua berbuka bicara. Selamat datang untuk semua. Salam sejahtera kepada para penuntut Easy Learning Web. Pada saat yang dinanti-nantikan ini, PDP secara langsung, maka pelajaran matematik dalam Easy Learning Web akan bermula sebentar lagi. Easy Learning Web merupakan inisiatif Timbalan Menteri Pendidikan yang berhormat Datuk Dr. Mahansun untuk menghadapi cabaran pembelajaran norma baharu dalam pandemik COVID-19 ini. Para guru dan murid Malaysia mengalami gangguan penutupan pusat pembelajaran akibat pandemik COVID-19. Dengan ini, Easy Learning Web membekalkan sesi pembelajaran norma baharu menerusi dunia maya untuk membantu semua murid di Malaysia. Guru sebagai ejen perubahan yang berinovasi dan kreatif. Maka, Easy Learning Web ini juga merupakan satu platform yang amat sesuai bagi meningkatkan profesorisme perguruan warga pendidik di Malaysia. Para hadirin yang saya hormati, alangkah bertuah kita dapat belajar melalui Easy Learning Web ini. Walau bagaimanapun, sila ambil perhatian terhadap 5 perkara sebelum bermulanya PDP pada hari ini. Yang pertama, semasa PDP, para peserta perlu berfokus terhadap pembelajaran yang berlangsung. Yang kedua, para peserta diharapkan menanya apa-apa juang soalan sahaja yang berkaitan mata pelajaran matematik secara bertulis di ruang komen sama ada dalam bahasa Malaysia, bahasa Inggeris atau bahasa Cina. 那么在位同学们如果有不明白的地方呢，你们可以英语、国语或华语发问。Yang ketiga, para peserta juga diharapkan untuk memberi idea dan pendapat yang bernas di ruang komen demi penambahbaikan pihak penganjur. Yang keempat, para peserta perlu menjaga budi bahasa dan pertuturan. Marilah kita bersama-sama mewujudkan suasana pembelajaran yang harmoni dan kondusif. Jika didapati seseorang peserta itu mengeluarkan kata-kata kesat atau memberi pertuturan yang kurang menyenangkan, maka peserta tersebut akan dilarang memberi sebarang komen. Yang kelima, Anda diharapkan supaya menggunakan resolusi video yang tertinggi, yaitu format 720 piksel untuk menikmati tuntunan yang paling baik. Tanpa mengizinkan masa lagi, saya ingin memperkenalkan peserta selama hari ini, yaitu Cikgu Lo dari Sekolah Menengah Jenis Kebangsaan Calon Datuk Selamat Pulau Pinang. Beliau merupakan jurulatih utama Matematik Negeri Pulau Pinang. Alangkah bertuahnya kita dapat bersama Cikgu Lo di Easy Learning Web hari ini. Marilah kita menelah ilmu matematik bersama Cikgu Lo. Dipersilakan Cikgu Lo.
Hai, selamat pagi kepada semua pelajar dan harap anda semua sudah bersarapan. Dan saya Cikgu Lo dan terima kasih kepada Cikgu Heng kerana membuat pengenalan tadi. Dan saya merupakan Cikgu Lo dan saya orang Penang dan harap mungkin hari ini ada pelajar dari Penang, dari negeri lain dan semua selamat datang kepada Easy Learning Web untuk matematik hari ini. Okey, baik. Jadi, marilah kita mulakan kita punya pembelajaran pada hari ini. Sebelum kita mula, Cikgu Lo ada sesuatu nak buat untuk kita semua. Okey, jadi kita tengok skrin ini bersama-samanya. Boleh tak minta tolong untuk sharekan skrin saya di StreamYard? Ya, nak minta tolong kita punya technical team untuk sharekan kita punya ini slide di StreamYard. Okey, rasanya sekarang semua orang boleh okey. Saya boleh nampak dah. Okey, ada sikit dia punya speed lambat sikit dah. Saya sudah nampak ini screen tapi semua orang belum nampak lagi. Okey, sebelum kita mula, Cikgu Lo nak tahu adakah sesiapa yang memasuki pembelajaran pada hari ini. Jadi, sekarang perlukan semua orang, semua pelajar, sila pergi ke website ini www.menti.com dan masukkan kod 2986571 untuk jawab soalan berikut. Jadi, bukan jawab, untuk lengkapkan ayat berikut. Jadi, ayat ini, good morning, I came from. You can tell me, you came from where? I mean, not just tell me the state, you can tell me which town that you are in. For example, you came from Pekananas, okay, in which state? Or maybe you came from Bukit Tinggi, Klang, or maybe you came from maybe Sibu, Sarawak, okay. Jadi kamu boleh lengkapkan ayat ini dengan bahasa English ke atau bahasa Melayu ke. Jadi boleh cakap selamat pagi, saya asal dari mana? Asal dari Sabah atau asal dari Perlis, okay. Cikgu Lo punya kampung. Jadi boleh tekan link ini www.menti.com, kemudian masukkan kod 2986571. Okey. Jadi Cikgu Lo akan tunggu sebentar ya untuk semua orang masukkan. Jadi pelajar-pelajar, ya boleh tekan link ini ya, www.menti.com. Wow, I boleh nampak ada pelajar datang dari KL, ada dari Perak, ada dari Good Morning. Okey, you kena lengkapkan itu ayat ya. Ada yang datang dari Sabah, Kota Kinabalu. Wah, jauh sangat. Kuching, Sarawak. Okey, selamat datang ke Semenanjung, Malaysia melalui online ya. Okey, so kita boleh nampak ada pelajar datang dari Kuantan, Johor, baik, Georgetown. Okey, Cikgu Lo berada di Georgetown. Kita di tempat yang sama sekarang. Okey. Wow. Okey, banyaknya. Sekarang sudah ada 23 pelajar yang memberi respon. Cikgu Lo mungkin beri lagi 30 saat. Macam tak cukup ya. Okey, bagi 1 minit untuk beri respon. Wow, saya boleh nampak dari Terengganu. Okey, daripada SMJK CDK. Okey, ada pelajar Cikgu Lo ya. So, you are joining my lesson today also. Okay, you have been seeing me for so many days, right? Okay, ada yang datang daripada Petaling Jaya. Wow, banyaknya. Okay, jadi kita boleh nampak inilah merupakan diversity kita orang Malaysia. Ya, jadi Cikgu Lo sengaja pilih template ini kerana boleh nampak, okay, kita punya jawapan disembahkan dalam cara yang agak menarik. Kita panggil word clouds ini, kita boleh nampak diversity Malaysia kita. Okay, very good. I came from negeri 9, negeri 9 ya. Okay, counting down 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, I'm going to stop this part already. Okay, so I'm glad to hear all of you here. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Wow, you are still giving me comment, yeah? Okay, so I can see that all of you actually came from different places in Malaysia. So welcome to Easy Learning Web for Math today. Jadi selamat datang sekali lagi. Okay, soalan seterusnya. Cikgu Lo tahu ada banyak yang nak key in lagi, tapi maaf ya, kita perlu kita perlu singkatkan masa ini atau tidak nanti terlalu lama kita kat sini. Okay, sekarang soalan kedua selalu nak tanya. Semua orang please stay di Mentimeter, jangan pergi mana-mana lagi. Okay, inilah benda yang lebih penting pada hari ini. Please choose your preferable language for today learning. Okay, sila pilih bahasa yang anda perlukan pada hari ini. Ada 3 pilihan, bahasa Melayu, English, atau perlukan bantuan dalam bahasa Cina. Kamu boleh pilih 2 atau 1 pilihan lah. Kalau rasa you nak English dengan bantuan bahasa Cina, okay, you boleh play dua-dua itu, 2 dan 3. Kalau perlukan bahasa Melayu dan bantuan bahasa Cina sikit, 1 dan 3. Atau you prefer mix bahasa BM dan English, 1 and 2. You can choose the language that you prefer. So just now I can see we have about 85 students actually key in, join this Mentimeter, and so I am expecting about 85 to 87 responses for this one. So your preference is very important, okay? Pilihan Anda sangat-sangat penting. Okay. So at the moment, I can see that 49% of students actually need help in Mandarin, and 39 need one in English, and 11% in BM. Okay. So we have 67 respondents right now. Okay. So everyone, Solo is giving another 1 minute for you to actually input your response. Insert your response into the Mentimeter. Choose your preference language. Okay. I can see that now it's like 49% need help in Bahasa Cina. All right. And 39% in English, 13% in BM. So we will go for majority later. Because math is a dual language subject. Some of the school teach math in English. Some of the school teach math in Bahasa Melayu. So I can only use these two as the main language, either one of them. But for you who chose the number 3, perlu bantuan dalam bahasa Cina, I will explain in English, and some of the time I will translate in Mandarin. 我会用华语来解释一些。然后如果你真的是需要有指定的题目，你需要老师多用华语再多做解释的话，你也可以就是在你的这个 YouTube 频道就是留下那个你的留言，然后就用华语来回复你。Okay, 1 minute over. Okay, at the moment, if you look at here, we have 94 respondents. 48% said you need Mandarin to help, and then 39% said you prefer English, and 13% you prefer BM. No worry, we are Malaysian. Malaysian are good with languages. So today I will be using mainly English, but for some question I might translate to Mandarin for some student who need Mandarin. Untuk pelajar yang nak belajar dalam bahasa Melayu juga, kalau perlu, kamu boleh minta cikgu translate dalam bahasa Melayu. Saya boleh translate sekali lagi, dan nanti boleh tanya banyak soalan. Sekiranya Anda tanya dalam bahasa BM, Cikgu Lo akan balas dalam bahasa BM. If you are asking in English, I will reply you in English. 如果你用华语发问的话呢，老师就用华语来回答你的问题。Okay, so let's start our lesson right now. Another thing I want to ask, okay, so please stay in Mentimeter, because this is very important. I would like to know you first before I teach you, or else I'm teaching the war, right? So in my school, my name is Cikgu Lo Jihu, but most of my students actually call me Sir Lo. So you may call me Sir Lo also. So how can Sir Lo help you today? Bagaimanakah Sir Lo dapat membantu Anda pada hari ini? So I have 3 things I want to do for you today. I have 3 things. So I will let you choose. I will do all the 3 things, but depending on your choice, I will spend longer time on your main choice lah. So I have 3 things. First, I will discuss certain question in detail, which means you will choose the question that you want me to discuss in detail, and I'll go deeper into that certain question and tell you the strategy how to overcome that question. 所以呢，你们可以选那个蓝色的呢，就是如果你们希望说老师要针对某个题目多做解释的话，你们就选蓝色的那一个 discuss certain question in detail. You can choose the middle one, brief strategy to score paper 2. Okay, so if you are choosing this, I will brief you the whole paper. Okay, I mean the whole paper 2啦。所以如果你选这个 paper 2的话，我会就是大略的跟你说过这个试卷2要怎么去拿分。Okay, and last but not least, you can choose ask me anything. So 如果你选择这个 ask me anything 的话，你可以问骆老师任何数学问题，你问我就答。Okay. Jadi kita boleh nampak kebanyakan pelajar sebenarnya nak dengar strategi menyeluruh untuk menjawab soalan dalam kertas 2. Okay, so we can see that most of you actually prefer a brief strategy, and then next one is discuss certain question in detail. Okay, it's almost on par. It's agak-agaknya sama. I mean, 57% and 38% is quite on par. Okay, I give you another like 10 seconds. You need to key in already because I noticed that we have about 90 plus respondents here. Okay, another 10 seconds. If you have any more response, just like key in right now. After 10 seconds, I'm going to stop this. All right, so if you look at these, we can see that 57% of you prefer solo to brief a strategy to score paper 2. And then 39% of you want me to discuss certain question in detail. So I'll do this together. And then ask me anything, we will do this also, but towards the end of the lesson. 所以呢，今天老师会大略的跟你说这个第2章试卷大概怎么做。然后这个怎么说呢？在讲这个第2章试卷的时候，我也会挑一些题目来仔细的讲。OK， 就看你们要题目仔细的讲。然后至于那个问我问题的呢，你们其实随时都可以发问，你们其实可以就是在这个我们的 YouTube 频道发问，但是这个可能我们在结尾的时候才做一个问答环节啦，因为基本上只有5%能这样子选。好，我们就马上再进下一个。So now let's go to the next one. Next one, I would like to ask all of you, which topic you want me to discuss in detail? Because 39% of you voted this, so it's quite a high vote as well. So later, I will go through the whole paper with all of you, but which one you want me to focus more? So let's see this vote, yeah? Oh, not this. Skip this first. This one is for ask me anything. Okay, now you look at this. Which question would you like Selo to discuss in detail? Soalan manakah yang anda harap Selo boleh bincang dan lebih teliti pada hari ini? So if you can see there, these are the options. I want you to rank it. Which one is the one that you want the most? So it can really take your time to rank the number 1, 2, and 3 because that is the most important. Top 3. Please rank the top 3 carefully. 4, 5, 6, you can just simply put it there lah. I'm okay one. You can just simply put the 4, 5, 6. So I want you to rank it. So the one that you want me to discuss the most, please, put top 1. Put it as top 1. And then the one that so weird. Actually, I can't see your response at the moment. It's not, the bar is not moving. How come, yeah? Or maybe it's more or less the same, perhaps. Okay. Something weird here. Let me see what happened. The bar is not moving, but never mind. Later I can check the database. So I can see that 54 of you actually responded. So today, the whole sessions, I will be talking about paper 2 only, because we know that for SPM paper, we have paper 1 and 2, right? Paper 1 only 40 marks. Paper 2, we have 100 marks. So paper 2 will be the most important paper for you to score. And paper 2 is really predictable. You will know what is actually coming out in paper 2. So that's why I'm going to focus in paper 2. 所以呢，老师今天会比较注重在这个试卷2，因为试卷2是可以预测的，而且呢，试卷2的分数是100分。然后比起试卷1 40分，所以我们知道说，试卷2的那个分数的比重就比较重，所以呢，今天我们会把时间花在这个试卷2。Now I see the result. Yes. Okay. So let's see. This is the result. So the top one is transformation. Oh wow. Okay. Now I know that. Second is Earth as a sphere. Okay. To be honest, okay. Later we talk about that. Okay. Earth as a sphere. And then number 3 is you prefer question in section A. Okay, top 3 is these 3 things. All right. So, 所以我们可以看到呢，大家今天最想要我聊的是这个 transformation， 然后第2是这个地球的 Earth as a sphere， 然后第3个你们比较想要老师聊这个section A 的题目。section A 有11题。基本上你们如果有去研究的话，只有12课会出，就刚刚好就12课，12课里面抽11题来出。So if you notice in section A, we'll only cover 12 topics. Then out of these 12 topics, only 11 questions will be designed. So looks like quite many of you actually prefer me to actually discuss the parts in section A. Okay, let's choose another thing. Okay, one more thing for you to choose. So now, which question will you like selalu to discuss again? Jadi soalan manakah yang Anda harap selalu boleh bincang? Jadi dari sini ada 12 jenis soalan. 12 jenis ini adalah soalan yang akan ditanya dalam section A, bahagian A. So these 12 questions are the questions that will be asked in section A. So out of these 12 questions, which one is the top? Okay, second and third. So let me write it down first so that I remember, yeah? So just now you were saying you want transformations, all right? And you want this Earth as a sphere. Later, when we go through the paper, I will talk more about the question that you choose. This one got 12, right? Try to rank it top 5. So I mean the top 5 you really like rank it carefully. The rest you can just simply leave it there lah. Rank the top 5. 所以呢，这里有12个选项，请你们就是选择就是你最需要的前面的那5项，所以老师就会注意的看那5项，因为我们有很多题目，不可能每一项都仔细的聊，仔细的讲。Okay. So now we have 20 respondents. So remember, you don't have to rank everything like so carefully. You just need to rank the first top 5. Make sure the top 5 is the thing that you really want me to discuss. And 6 to 12, you just leave it there. Okay. So I will be able to know which one you actually prefer the most. But of course, this is the average result. Not everyone prefer that. So we try to help majority. And then for some students, I was not able to help you. Maybe the topic you chose is the ranking in the it's not ranked in top 5 or what. It's okay. You can also ask me question on YouTube. 所以同学们，这个是一个平均数。所以这里的第一不代表是你心中的第一，可能你真的很想聊的题目不在这个前5名，然后呢可能在后面，但是也没有关系，我会因为前5名代表说多数人想要聊，所以那个没有在前5名的话呢，你可以在 YouTube 问老师问题，也是可以问的。Jadi sini merupakan posisi soalan yang paling penting hingga yang bukan paling penting, yang paling Anda nak selalu bincang hingga yang paling tak nak lah. Jadi kalau soalan Anda dia punya posisi di akhir sekali, jangan risau. Kamu boleh juga tanya selalu soalan dalam YouTube, selalu boleh jawab pada akhir sesi ini juga. So now we have 92 respondents. Okay, I am writing it down already. So I can see gradient and area under the graph. Gradient and area under the graph. Okay, it's the top one. Wow. And then circles. Okay. And then the number 3 is lines and planes in 3D. Oh, wow. Okay, I like that. That is my favorite. Okay. And then I can see solid geometry. Oh, wow. Those are from three chapters, actually. Okay. And number 5 is probability. I am surprised to see that. Probability is actually simple, but it's okay. So I can see already. So today, according to what you listed, I will discuss everything, but these seven topics I will focus the most: transformation, Earth as a sphere, gradient and area under the graph, circles, line and plane in 3D, and solid geometry, and also probability. So based on your feedback right now. 好，今天呢，老师会每一题都讲，但是这些会是老师特别注重的。好，我们马上就开始。Let us start right now with our first discussion. So first of all, I am going to show you this. So this one, I prepared this note for all of you, but of course, this note is ready for you all to download later. Later, in the end of the workshop, we will send you a link and you can download this anytime and when you want. All right. So, okay, let's look at this. This is my analysis based on the SPM past years. Okay. So we have 2 parts. We have section A and section B. 我们有2个部分，这个 A 跟 B. So let's talk about section A first. And do you realize that the question that being asked every year, to be honest, for so many years, the question is actually, is already fixed. Okay, certain topic is a compulsory question in our section A. Certain topic won't be asked at all. Okay, so these are the question that will be asked in section A。所以呢，你们在这里看到的，这里总共有12课，这12课的题目是一定会出现在 section A 的。So here you can see we have actually 12 chapters, and all of these 12 chapters will be asked in section A. But you will curious, sir, section A we have only 11 questions. How come we have 12 chapters? If you notice, there are like 2 chapters. They are like twins. Like if they come out chapter A, then they won't come out chapter B. Later you will be able to see that. All right. So let us go through one by one. Okay, since you prefer a brief, right? So we will talk about paper 2, section A first. Okay, so I will follow the sequence according to our to our form 3, form 4, form 5. So if you can see here, these 3 topics, they are the only lower form topics in our section A. 这三个呢，就是我们在 section A 唯一的不是唯一，就是唯有的3题是来自这个中1到中3的，过后都是中4、中5的了。So the rest are all from 4 and from 5. I think I'll speak everything in English first, and when I speak too fast, oh, okay, some of you actually said you prefer me to translate in BM, yeah. Okay, so it's okay. It's not easy, to have multi-language. All right, I think at the moment I will go with Dui Bahasa first, be English and BM, because some of you actually learn in BM. And if you really need me to actually explain something in Mandarin, let me know. Okay, so these 3 are the form 1 to form 3 chapters that confirm will come out in paper 2, section A. So they are simultaneous linear equation, circles, and solid geometry. Jadi sini ada persamaan linear serentak, bulatan, dan pepejal geometry. And then when you are doing this question, you need to know how the question will be asked. So we check it out one by one. The first one, simultaneous linear equations. Actually, after I analyzed for so many years, only 2 types. Type A is a direct question. Direct question means they will just give you the simultaneous linear equations, just like directly they give you there, you just solve it. So that is super easy. It's a direct question. But most of the time, they actually want to ask type B, problem solving. They will give you a words problem. After you read, you need to construct your simultaneous linear equations based on the situation and only solve it. Jadi ada 2 jenis untuk persamaan serentak. Okay, kalau dia keluar type A, senanglah, dia terus bagi itu persamaan serentak, kamu terus selesaikan sahaja. Tetapi kalau dia keluar type B, dia kalau bagi satu situasi dalam ayat, kamu kena fikir macam kamu kena lepas baca ayat tersebut, kena tuliskan persamaan tersebut, kena tulis 2 persamaan, baru kamu selesaikan persamaan. Jadi ada 2 jenis. Okay, dan so this note I will be given to you. Since you are not going to ask, so since you didn't vote for this, I won't go to detail. If you vote for this, then I'll go to detail lah, huh? Okay, so you can see here got a blue color words, right? Transom simultaneous equation. So later you will download this note, and if you feel like you want to practice more, you can click this link. This is a link. After you click this link, you will be directed to a website. That website will teach you more. Maybe I show you the website right now so that you have you know what is it about. So let's check this out. Okay, there will be a security warning saying that do you want to link it, but just link it lah because it is safe anyway. Okay, so if you click the link, you will come to a website like this. It's a place for you to do practice if you want, but I won't recommend that because you have only 2 days for SPM paper. I recommend you to actually focus on doing the model paper or partial paper. But just if you want lah. Jadi kalau ingin belajar lebih banyak, nak praktis lebih banyak, pelajar boleh tekan link yang berada dalam dokumen tadi. Kamu akan datang ke website ini, kamu boleh buat praktis. Okay, dan kita tengok, we can look at this. You can look up here. Okay. There is a few buttons. You can see like we have so many level 1, 2, 3, and so on. You can just up level yourself. Try yourself whether you can can attempt the highest level or not. Okay, and then one more is you can click. This is a very useful button, HELP help button. If you click this help button, they will show you video and notes how to do this in case you need help lah. Okay, jadi kamu boleh tekan butang help ini untuk bantu kamu dalam, dia akan tunjuk video, tunjuk nota macam mana selesai。所以同学们，如果你们在就是等下老师那文件你们有东西是不会的话呢，你们只需要按里面我给的那个链接，你们就来到这个网站，可以再多做训练这样子。Okay, so this is something that special for you. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, so now you actually chose circles. Yes, so this one I'll go into detail. Circles I'll go into detail. Jadi tadi anda semua undi circle circle rank agak tinggi, so nanti akan beritahu lah macam mana kita buat circle. Dan if can, please prepare a calculator. I'm going to ask you question later. Please prepare a calculator. Okay, so for circles, for most of the years, for circles, they will actually ask you to, not most of it, sorry, for every year. For every year, they will ask you to calculate the perimeter and area of certain region. Every year is like that. They will only ask you to calculate perimeter and area. And also, here is the link for you to practice circle if you want. And then look at this. For circles, I will say that these two formulas are the most useful formulas for you circle. You just take these two formula into the exam hall, then circles is bonus for you already. So jadi untuk bulatan ini memang tanya dua benda saja, perimeter untuk itu kawasan berlorek dan keluasan untuk kawasan berlorek. Jadi sebenarnya perlukan dua formula saja, dua formula. Satu ialah arc length maksudnya panjang lengkok, okay, is equal to 2 pi r multiply theta over 360. And then area of sector, pi r squared multiply theta over 360. You just remember this. This will be super helpful for you. All right, since you actually requested, so I will actually share more about this question. 好，现在呢，你们很多人就是投所要做这个 circle， 对不对？我们来看一下 circle 是 A 的第11题。So circles is actually set A, question 11. I have 3 set of things here. Later you will get all of this. Okay. Maybe no need later. Maybe I can actually give you right now so that you can actually refer. So I have a Google Drive. Actually, okay. So in this Google Drive, I actually share the note I prepared for you. That you can look at this, the KBSM math analysis. Okay, I actually prepared this in the Google Drive already. And then also I prepared 3 sets of papers. Okay, so I just randomly chose 3 sets of paper lah. So 1 set from Penang, 1 set from Malacca, and 1 set from Johor. We have too many papers online, so I just choose 3 of them lah. All right, so you can actually have this. Okay, I'm going to share this link with you. Can I have our technical team to help share this link? Yeah, can share this link to all of them. So I think you can check your YouTube or Facebook comment. You will be able to see this link, and then you will be able to direct it to this Google Drive to download all these notes. All right. So now let's start with the discussion. So we'll go for set A, question 11. Set A is actually Penang paper. Okay. So let's check this out. So I'm going to show you a few questions how we do that. Okay, so I believe there is some Penang student here, so it's a revision for you. Okay, so we can check this out. Okay, we can check the question. When I read the question, I really reading question is quite important now. When you read the question and always you check the diagram as well. So we can see diagram 11.1 shows 1 large clock. All right, I see a large clock and 3 small clocks. Okay, 3 small clocks. Assume all the clocks are circular with flat surface. All right, so they are just circle. Jadi kita boleh nampak lah sini ada bulatan besar 1, 3 bulatan kecil. 我们可以看到有大圆圈、小圆圈。Okay, so 还没有什么资料啊， belum ada apa-apa information lagi. Next, we can check this out. Use pi equal to 22 over 7. Calculate the portions of large clock which equal to 3 small clock. Okay, this is a bit K, but because always they will ask about perimeter and area. For this time, they don't ask perimeter and area. They ask portion. But when they ask portion, you should know that portion means like, is related to area. Portion is actually, we want to know the ratio of the area. 所以你们可以看到这里的字眼呢，就是portion，因为你们每次做的是 perimeter 跟 area， 你们奇怪这个怎么做？可是你们看到的是portion， 如果你读不明白 portion 的话，你可以看它的马来文 bahagian， hitung bahagian。So 这个 bahagian 就是部分，所以他要讲的东西就是它是其实有多大多小这样子。So when you look at portion and bahagian, you will be able to know that we are looking for the area. Oh, all right, we are looking for the area. So why not we calculate the area? So we start with the area first. So it's time for us to write to do the area already, no? So we have two area, right? We have area for large clock. Okay. So let's calculate area for large clock first. And remember, whenever you want to calculate area, right? Always, okay, we remember that area of a circle is always pi r squared. So remember to actually key in to write pi r squared first. So it's not very difficult to remember the formula. Just remember, okay, we are doing pi r squared. But we know that pi r squared is a whole circle. Now we just want part of the circle only. 其中一个小部分罢了。Okay, part of the circle, sebahagian bulatan saja. So part of the circle. So we need to multiply by part of it. So you see, before I actually calculate, I will write the formula nicely first. So we multiply by part of it, which means you multiply by the angle. The angle is theta. So multiply by theta and always divide by 360 because 360 is one rotation. Okay, one complete circle. So you see, before I do, I always like to write the formula first. Only we substitute the value into the formula. So we have pi equal to 22/7. All right. So let's insert lah. We have 22/7. And what is our R? Okay. I cannot keep on talking. If I keep on talking, you all will feel, okay, you also need to do some response, right? Come on. What is the R for your big clock? Let's see who can answer me first. You can type your comment in the YouTube. What is the R? Please tell me the R for the big clock and also the angle for the big clock. Yeah, anyone know that? You can actually share your answer in the YouTube. 所以同学们，你们知道那个 R 是多长吗？然后还有那个 angle 是多大吗？你们可以把你们的那个答案就是写在留言在 YouTube 里面。Okay, so while waiting, I think I will give you the answer first. Of course, if you have, you can actually share lah. So we can see that the diameter here is 36. So the R is half of it, which is 18. Okay, and then about the angle. When we look at the angle, actually, what is the angle here? So for this one, it's a bit special. We need to know the time. The time is very important. Okay. So if you look at this clock, what time is this? Oh, I can see some of you actually jawab. Okay. 有人在回答了. Very good. Some of you actually answered the question. But you know the speed of me talking and also I look at your YouTube comment is actually slower. So I think you can, whatever I ask, you can just leave me an answer there so that I know that you are there. Okay. So when we want to look at the angle, we need to know what is the time now. So if you look at this, we can see this 10 o'clock something. And we can see that this is pointing to what? This is pointing to 7. 7 is 35. But this is 36. 37. So from here, we actually can tell that this clock is 10 o'clock. 37. 37. This is AM or PM is okay. It's not a problem. So we know it's 10 o'clock and then 37. 10:37. Okay. So 10:37. How can we know the angle of 10:37? So what can we do? So it's very simple. Oh, sorry. No need already. Sorry, I almost forget already because we are looking for the area of large clock. So we don't have to check the time. Okay. I was too much into this angle. So if we can check, this one is the portion of the large clock. So we are looking for the whole clock directly. Then no need already lah. okay, we don't have to use this formula anymore. So the theta now is the whole circle, which is 360. Okay, so yeah, of course if you don't write this, it's fine, it's okay. You can just directly pi r squared. Okay, but I always use this because most of the question we are looking for part of the circle. Okay, most of the question, but for this time we just need a big circle lah. Okay, but let's say the question actually give you a clock like that, so you need to calculate lah. You divide the we know that we have 60 minutes in the clock. 360, you just divide by 60, and then you will be able to know how many degree over there. But it's okay. Now we are looking for one clock only, so we don't have to do this 360 divided by 360 actually. So now we can together calculate this already. All right. So everyone, you can tell me your answer. So what are you getting for this one? 18 squared times 22 over 7. Come on, you can tell me your answer right now. What is that? Okay, so I think you all will be getting this 1018.2857. So all right, everyone, want to tell you, when you are writing your answers in math, I always recommend you all to actually you can give your answer in a few ways. The best way is actually giving in fractions, okay, in improper fractions, because that is the most exact value. But in SPM, we also allow students to express your answer in decimals. So, but we will always recommend lah, if the best way is you actually give 4 decimals. 所以如果能的话，就是给到这个4个的这小数点。然后当然如果你把你答案呢写成这一个所谓的这个假分数也行。Oh, okay, nampak Suhada sudah jawab 7128. I think itu fraction good. Okay, so this is area of large clock. Then we will be going to the next one. So now we need the area of small clock. Okay, let's go for area of small clock. I think I'll go faster a little bit. Okay, so for area of small clock, we can see that the radius is 6 lah, because the diameter is 12, the radius is 6. And since we are looking for a clock, we are not looking for part of the clock, so we can just like pi 6 squared directly. Okay. Oh yeah, for this case, right, there is another way that is very helpful for you, because we are looking for portion, right? Instead of, you know what, change a little bit of thing, because we are looking for portion, so we don't have to calculate the whole thing lah. To be honest, we can leave our answer in this first, okay? So we can leave our answer in the pi first at the moment. So later you will, your answer will be a bit more exact, to be honest. So this one, you will have like 6 squared is equal to 36. And 36 pi. But we need area for 3 more small clock, not just 1 clock. So if possible, we need to multiply by 3. So it's actually the whole thing multiplied by 3. Okay. So 36 multiplied by 3, what is that? You will be getting 108 pi. All right. So now because if you look at this, why I actually calculate 3 small clock. If you look at the question actually said the portion of large clock which is equal to 3 small clocks. So I need to know the portion. 我们要知道说到底这个大个钟的多少部分呢是等于3个小个钟。So it's very simple right now. We know that we are looking for portion. We will be doing division. So what are we doing? So we will be doing this. So portion will be equal to we need to know how many portion of the large clock equal to the area of 3 small clock, right? So we just use the small clock 108 pi divide by the area of the large clock 324 pi. Okay, you will be getting something. All right. So everyone, you may actually leave your answer 108 pi divided by 324 pi equal to what? Okay, while you're leaving your answer, allow Salo to get another calculator, because my calculator actually out of battery. Okay, please wait for 1 second. All right, I'm back with the better calculator. Okay, just now was a bit too slow, the calculator. All right. So you can see 108 divided by 324. We are getting, if possible, you just leave your answer in the fraction. There will be a more exact answer. So it's 1/3. So we know that the portion is actually 1/3. We can see that. You can see when we read the question, we always need to know, okay, what are we looking for? So we are looking for area of large clock, we are looking for area of small clock, and then we just divide, we will get a portion. So this is a very special question. They are not asking for area of sector. They are not asking for, you know, perimeter of arc length, something like that. All right. So yeah, this is the first part. Now let's move on to the second part. Okay, for the second part, right? Let's check this out. Okay, diagram. 你说。德才老师，你说。
OK， 同学们，如果你们有问题的话哦，你们可以直接的向志豪老师发问哦。
Okay, so actually when you have any question, you can ask me here.
为你们解答哦，尽量的为你们解答。
同学们，如果你们有问题的话，你们可以用华文来问。那么呢，我就用华文来回答。Okay, if any of you actually ask in Mandarin, then I will try to help you in Mandarin lah. Okay, because today's session will be a bit different. Now we have 3 languages here, so let me know which language that you prefer to learn. Although I know that most of you prefer English and need help with Mandarin. 你们很多需要华语的，可是有一些同学们听不懂华语，所以我不能够完全的用华语哈。Okay, so now let's move on to the next one. We look at this. Diagram 11.2 shows a view of mini bicycle. The distance between R and S is 30 cm. So we know that the distance is 30. The diameter is 30. All right. So I'm going to skip this already. Let's move on to the next one. So when you read the question, we always write down the information. The distance is 30. We know diameter is 30. But diameter is not so important lah. We are more important with the R. So R is actually 30 divided by 2, which is 15. Okay, R is 15. And then now what the question is asking about, let's see. Calculate the minimum number of complete spins required to cover a distance of 900 cm in a circular motion. 所以呢，这个题目它就讲说，请问它要转多少次，至少转多少次，它才可以就是达到这个900 cm 的距离。Jadi soalan ini tanya berapa pusingan lengkap yang diperlukan, minimum lah, minimum untuk meliputi jarak 900 cm. So talk about length. Okay, it's talk about distance. So talk about distance, talk about length. We should think of actually they are looking for perimeter. They are looking for arc length. Okay, 所以我们知道这是跟长度跟距离有关系，所以我们要找的是那个 perimeter. Okay, so perimeter in circle we also call it circumference. So remember circumference. So we are using this formula. C equal to 2 pi r. Okay, we are using this formula C equal to 2 pi r. And always write down a formula first. Only you insert your value. So it's very important for you to write it out because you won't miss out the thing. All right. So for this case, let's insert the value. The pi is equal to 22/7. All right. And the R is 15. We already know that. Okay, you may calculate the circumference right now. Okay, 你可以算出这个轮胎的周长了。OK， 它的周长也就是它的这个一圈，我们要知道一圈是多少。So 2 times 22. Yes. Anything?
Maaf, Ibu. Ada soalan daripada pelajar.
Ya, okay. Sila tanya. Minimum 10 spin. Okay. Wow, I think you got it already. Very fast. Okay, let's check whether your answer is correct or not. So first of all, good. Thanks for responding. Let's check it out. So if you calculate these, you will be able to get like 44/7. Sorry, 44/7. Okay, this is what we are getting. Wait, let me move this a bit and I zoom in a bit so that you can see clearer. So we know that one round is 44/7. you've noticed I don't want to put it into 6 point something because it's a bit hard to understand. 44.7 is more exact. So we need to cover 900 cm. Okay, so we can imagine what we have. This is the road. Okay, this is a road that we are having 900 cm, and then we have this view. We know that one round of the view is 44.7, so the view have to keep moving. So have to move for how many turns? Only can cover 900. So it's very easy to calculate. In order to calculate this, we will need to know what we can do is number of spin will be equal to 900, because 900 have to divide it into the length of the view, right? So the circumference of the view. So 900 divided by this 44/7。同学们，这一题是比较刁难一点点的，跟以往的有一点不一样。为什么不一样呢？他没有叫你找 sector， 也没有叫你找 outline， 他问的是这个轮胎到底要转多少圈，它才会就是达到这个900 cm 的距离。所以我就知道说一圈，它转一圈是44本气就大约是 6.28 左右。OK， 所以你看啊，你转一圈就 6.28，就你明白啊？ 6.28 就是再加 6.28 就是2，然后24、36，所以要多少次才会到900？所以我们这样子我们只需要拿那个900来除以这个44本气，我们就马上可以算到答案。OK， so if you use the 900 divide by this 44/7, okay, we will be able to get 143.18. So you have to rotate. You have to rotate for actually 143.18 times. So it's not 10 spin. Yeah, cannot. It's not 10 spin. Oh, just now got a student actually asked me why 44/7. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. That was a careless mistake. Okay, sorry. I think I typed too fast already. Sometimes that's why you need to check your question. You need to check your answer. Sometimes when you are doing too fast, then you habis already lah. So you will lose some marks already. So it's 660. Sorry. Okay, then we need to calculate again. So 900 divided by 660/7. You will be getting, you will be getting 9.5 something. I just put 9.55 lah. But the question is asking, what is the minimum number of complete spin? Okay, so at least you need to spin for how many times? So 9.55 means at least you need to spin for, your minimum spin lah, because 9.55, 9 spin is not enough. Okay, and don't have such thing like 9.55 complete spin, because complete spin is like, you need a whole number. 所以你到底要完成多少圈才会拿到这个真正的答案呢？所以呢，就很简单，所以就是 minimum number of spin will be 10. Okay, you just round off to 10 only. 所以你要拿到 9.55 圈，你要 9.55 圈的话是不可能的，要就9圈，要就10圈，9圈是还没有完整，所以我们就要讲minimum minimum number of spin should be 10. Okay, so this is how you should answer this question. But you see, this is a different. This is a, I mean, what you can call that? We call it hot question. So this kind of hot question is a bit different. It didn't ask you about area of sector, didn't ask you about length, but you still will need to use the formula pi r squared and 2 pi r. It's always usable. Okay, so yeah, that's all in details about this circle. Let's go back to our analysis. So remember, this formula will be very helpful for you. Okay, so always when you want to calculate circle, just use this formula. 当你要算这个圆圈的时候呢，不管是你要算它的长度还是它的宽度，它的那个面积，你都是用这个 formula 这个方程式就可以帮到你了。Okay, so next, let's go to the next one. So next one, still from 3. Okay, this is solid geometry. So for solid geometry, for every year, what they will be discussing they will calculate the volume of composite solid. OK， 所以他们会算的就是这个怎么说呢？不会只是一个体积，是2、3个不同形状的体积合成起来的那个它的那个整个总的体积啦。So you will definitely calculate the volume of composite solid, different solid combined together. Jadi anda akan cari jumlah isi padu untuk pepejal geometri yang bergabungan, okay, dengan beberapa jenis pepejal geometri bergabung bersama lah. Okay. And then another thing that the question will be asking is, you will need to calculate the height, the length, and the width or radius of the composite. Okay, so when you are doing these, you really need to use the formula that's given. So of course, the best way is you really remember the formula. You just use the formula. Okay, but if you really can't remember the formula, remember to check your formula sheet. Your formula sheet will be very, very important for that. All right. So did anyone choose solid geometry? Actually, you all chose solid geometry. I'm going to go into details for this solid geometry. And we have two types of situations. If you can check this, we have volume of combined solid. Okay. If you are looking for volume of combined solid, you need to total up the solid lah. And we have volume of remaining solid. For remaining solid, you need to subtract the volume of smaller from the bigger one. So that's the idea. All right. So let's look at one of the example. All right. Let's look at one of the example. Okay. Let's check this out. Just now I was doing, Penang paper. Now let's move on to another paper. All right. So I think I'm doing paper set B. This is a Malacca paper, question 10. Let's go to question 10 for that. Oh, I need to zoom out a little bit so that we can see the number. Okay, this is question 8. We move down a bit more. Okay, so this is a solid geometry. Let's try it out how we are doing this. Okay. Okay, look at the question. Always read the instruction first. It's very important. So this diagram actually shows a hemisphere bowl filled with cake mixture. All right, so it's a hemisphere. And we can see the radius is being given. So we can see that the radius is 28. The mixture then pour into a cylindrical mold. Everyone can try while I'm explaining, because my speed and your speed is a bit different. Okay, because I found that after what I said, I need to wait for another 1 minute only I can see your comment. So you know what? You all can actually start to calculate and give me your answer right now in the YouTube. While I'm explaining, you can actually do it already. Okay, don't need to wait for me. All right. So, tadi ada Suhada tanya, Selo tak payah guna pi untuk question A tadi ya? Sebab tadi saya nak cari portion kan. Kalau nak cari portion, tadi nampak kan saya ambil keluasan 3 jam kecil bagi dengan keluasan 1 jam besar. Saya nak cari nisbah mereka. Jadi kalau boleh, saya nak jawapannya dalam nilai yang exact lah. Saya tak nak dalam decimal point. Dan kalau pi kamu tukar berarti 3.142, susah sikit. Dia punya decimal point tak exact. Kalau you guna 22/7, okay, you boleh guna itu. Tapi dia nampak rumit lah. Jadi that's why Cikgu Low, saya guna pi saja. Dia boleh terus cancel. Okay. So everyone, when you can just ask me any question in the YouTube lah. So when I read your question, I will just answer your question. Yeah. Okay. So now let's check this out. So we can see that the mixture is poured into a cylindrical mold of 21 cm radius to produce a cake. Okay. That is another information that we have. We underline it. You can highlight it in your paper. The whole mixture can produce 2 cakes. Okay, the whole mixture can produce 2 cakes. Okay. If the height of the cake is 14 cm, okay, the height of the cake is 14 cm. Calculate the volume. Okay, this is volume left. I need to zoom out the document a little bit more so that you can see everything. So again, so we can see what we have. So first of all, we know that we use this mangkok lah, this bowl, to actually prepare the mold. And after this after this, they will then pour into a cylindrical, okay, a cylindrical mold. So we have two shapes here. So if you notice, we have two shapes here. So another shape will be the cylindrical mold. So you should know lah, cylindrical actually looks like this. Okay, this is cylindrical. Sorry, drawing is not that cantik for here. So for this mangkok will be pour into a cylindrical mold. And then the whole mixture will be used to produce two cakes. So we know a few information here. So we need to know the volume of the leftover mixture. So we try to understand the question. So we are looking for the leftover mixture. So first of all, we need to know how many mixture that we have, the volume of cake mixture. And we know that the volume of cake mixture actually came from this bowl. This is the original volume that we have. So let's calculate this first. Why not? So we can actually write it in a clearer way. So we are looking, we know that we are looking for volume of cake mixture. 所以我们要找的呢是这个蛋糕的那个怎么说呢？我们要做蛋糕的时候的那个原料 ，OK， 就是那个蛋粉啊，全部东西是混在一起了。所以 volume of cake mixture is actually equal to volume of hemisphere. This is what we know. Okay, we all know about this. All right. And then to calculate volume of hemisphere, I think all of you actually know the formula. Okay, to calculate the volume for hemisphere. So you can always refer to the formula sheet if you need. Okay, we know that for one sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed, but for hemisphere it's half of a sphere. So it's 2/3. I can see some of you actually giving me answer already, yeah? Okay, so if you have answer, you can actually type in the YouTube channel so that Salo will be able to see your answer. So we know that this is the volume for a hemisphere is 2/3 pi r cubed. We know that the formula, and then we just insert all the values into it. All right. You know what? While we are calculating, one of the very smart way is we can just keep the pi first. We can at the end of our answer only we insert the value of pi. It is okay for us to keep the pi first. It's not a problem. So for this one, the bowl, the hemisphere is 28, as you can see. Okay. So everyone, you can calculate this. Okay, 2/3 times 28 cubed. What is this? So you should be getting this answer, which is you'll be getting 43904/3. Okay, it's a very large number. 43904/3 pi. I just leave the pi there. We don't have to substitute the pi yet because it's not the final answer yet, and it's easier because if you change the pi into 2207, later you have. I mean, if you can keep the pi until the end, it will be easier for you to calculate that, to be honest. Okay, so next we can check. The cake is being poured into a cylindrical mold. Okay, so now we need to check the volume of that cylindrical mold. Okay, let's check it out. Volume of cylindrical mold. And yeah, what is the volume of for a cylinder? Yeah, so I think you all can check the formula sheet as well. But this is how I remember that. No matter what kind of volume, always is base area multiplied by height. Always is base area multiplied by height. Okay, always is that. Okay, so let's see what we are having right now. So we will be using the information that we have to actually solve it. So let's check. So this cylindrical mold is 21 cm. So we know the radius of cylindrical mold, and then the whole mixture can produce 2 cakes. Okay, we know that the whole mixture can produce two cakes, and then the height of the cake is 14. So we need to know that this cylindrical mold actually also meant for the volume of the cake lah. Okay, it's actually the volume of the cake. So maybe I can remove this first. I also know that this is volume of the cake. Okay, and I actually produce I can produce 2 cake. Okay, we know that we can produce 2 cake. So let's calculate the volume of 1 cake first, yeah? So volume of a cake. We know that it's a cylindrical, it's a cylinder shaped kind of cake. So we know that the volume of a cake is actually base area multiplied by height. Okay, we just insert all the things that we have. Of course, if you already know the formula, you can use the formula directly. So we know that the base is actually a circle. So it's pi r squared. Okay. So if you're very familiar with the formula, you should know this is pi r squared h, right? Okay, pi r squared h. All right. So we just insert the thing one by one. 同学们，当你们要算的时候呢，你们要记得就是把你的 formula 写下来，然后呢，把你需要的那个怎么说，数值放下去。你的 R， so your R right now is 21, and your H is actually 14. Okay, so let's see what is the answer for this one. So 21 squared multiplied by 14, we will be getting 6174 pi. This is what we are getting. All right. But the question say the whole mixture you can actually produce 2 cakes. 所以上面有讲到那个 mixture 是可以 produce 2个 cake 罢了。So 1 cake is 6174. I need to know volume of 2 cakes. So you can see, Solo try to be very clear when we are writing the formula. So volume of 2 cakes. Volume of 2 cakes, of course, will be 6174 multiplied by 2. You can multiply by 2 already. So it's 12348 pi. Okay, so we have volume of 2 cakes already. And the question is asking how many left over of the mixture. 所以呢，这个问题在问那个原料我们可以看到哦，刚才我们上面已经算了出来。OK， 这个原料呢有这么多，但是你可以做2颗蛋糕。所以呢，这个原料做了这2颗蛋糕还剩多少原料 ？So we know that total we have, 43904 over 3 pi of mixture, but we are doing 2 cakes, which is 12348 pi. So what is the leftover? We know lah. To calculate leftover, we will be doing subtractions. So very easy. Volume of leftover. We will be using this one minus this one, and this is a time that you can insert your pi already. So you can actually calculate your pi already. So answer, you can actually, is there anyone actually share answer? Oh, I can see someone share answer in the YouTube already. So let's see whether your answer is correct or not. Yeah. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay. And then remember, after you minus, you remember multiply by 22 over 7, which is the pi. Okay. So everyone, you can try out your answer in the YouTube comment or Facebook comment. So everyone, the answer that you get should be this. There are a few ways for you to write your answer lah, but I think I want to write the answer in this way, which is 786 and then 2 over 3. Of course, you can leave your answer in improper fractions, or you can leave your answer in decimal. So I can see Sheikh Lee actually leave your answer in decimal. Hey, you got 783. I got 786. Okay, is it you type wrongly or I type wrongly? Okay, we can check the answer actually. Let's see. This is for set B. We can check the answer right now. Set B, Melaka paper, 786 or 783. Yeah, why is different? Let's check it out. So we can check out the answer here. Okay, this is which question already? Hey, where is my answer? Yeah, should be 786 lah. Okay, so 783 maybe you type wrongly or something. So you can see that the answer is 783. Okay, so don't get it wrong. 783. So 786. Okay, don't write 783. So you can see there are 3 ways that you can write your answer. Okay, in improper fractions, in mixed number, or in just a normal number with 2 decimal places. So in SPM, actually, we accept 2 decimal places. But I would say try your best to give 4 lah. Try your best to give at least 4. Oh, okay, I can see Xia also give the answer already. Okay, cool. Next, let's continue the analysis. So the top 3 just now was the Form 1 to Form 3 question for our section A. And then I think we actually spent quite a lot of time to talk into details here. So, and I can see that most of you actually voted that, because that's a question that some circles and solid geometry actually is easy, but sometimes the diagram will be a bit complicated for us to understand. That's why you need to be very careful. Okay, next, go to the next one. Now we are entering the chapter in Form 4. Form 4, you don't vote that much lah. Okay, so for Form 4, let's check this out. What we have here is quadratic expression and equations. So for this chapter, right, we have 2 types of question. Type A, direct question. Type B, problem solving. So if they come out with direct question, you should be happy lah, because you can solve the thing directly. But for problem solving, you always need to read the problem, understand the problem, and then come up with your equations, construct your equations, only to solve it. So this one, I think, is very easy for all of you, should be no problem, especially for those who actually take Ed Math as well. This is not a problem for you at all. Okay, so yep, we can next for this one. You didn't vote for this. And now let's come to this set. So when you come to this set, you can see, actually, after I do analysis, right, I found that it's not available in 2005. This 0507, these are the SPM year lah. So not available in some of the year. So set is not 100% for SPM paper, it's 50%. Sometimes they won't come out set. But if they don't come out set, they don't design the set question, they'll design another chapter. And later I'll tell you which chapter is that. Okay, so set is the one that only you have 50% chance of coming out. Just now was 100%. Just now all of them was 100%. And then for set, what are you going to do? You need to shape the set based on the operation. Okay, so this is very important thing. And then you need to complete the Venn diagram sometime based on the situations. And you need to state the relation represented by the shaded region also. Sometime the question will be asking this. And for those students who are really interested to, because sometimes you say that shading the set is so difficult. 有些同学说呢，要涂黑这个 set 有点难，你要多做练习。You want to do more exercise. So you can choose this. Okay, you can go for this. You can click this. Set shading. There is an online exercise for you to practice that. Okay, you can go for that. Okay, now we go for the next one. For mathematical reasoning, this is also 100% come out question. And then my tips is this. This is my tips. Make sure you go through the checklist on your left-hand side. Whatever being written here, make sure you have a checklist. Make sure you understand all of this here. If you can understand all of this here, it is easy question and bonus mark question for all of you. So it's not a problem. All right. Now we move on to the next one. So no one voted for this here at the moment. Not no one lah. The top 5 is not this. So we go to the next one, the straight line. So for the straight line, right, it's very how to say that? That is a pattern for straight line. So for straight line, every year they will actually ask you to find the equations and x-intercept of the straight line. Okay. And then when they ask you to find the equation, right, this is the tips. Always start with y equal to mx plus c. Always start with this formula. This formula will be very helpful for you. And always look for what is your m, the gradient, and always look for your c, the y-intercept. Okay, just keep looking at your m and c. These 2 are important lah. All right. So and usually for most of the straight line question, this is the pattern. They will try to, let you apply the concept about parallel line. We remember parallel line, the gradient must be the same, right? So we always rely on that concept to find the gradient for another line, one or another line, something like that. And sometimes the question will be asking you to calculate the distance of a particular straight line as well. So these are some of the questions will be asked in straight line. And then Form 4, lines and planes in 3D. All right. So we have two types here. Sometimes they ask angle between a line and a plane, and sometimes they ask angle between two planes. And to do this, right, Selo has a method for you. I have a special method for us to solve this question. And then yes, according to your votes just now, you actually voted this question quite high. Let's talk about this question. And do you realize that this is what I write? You can see that I have 3 sets of paper, set A, set B, and set C. Only ask for type B. They don't ask for type A at all. Okay, so type A is like very rare to come out lah, because type A is so easy. Angle between a line and a plane is so easy. Angle between two planes will be harder. And then for angle between two planes, right? To solve this question, I have a special techniques. So you can refer to the techniques here. So this techniques is a Selo invented by myself lah. Technically, or what we call that, theoretically might not be that correct, but it is very applicable. So I hope that this can be helpful for you. 所以呢，为了做这题，老师就有就是自己设计了一个方式。这个方式呢，可能在技术上或者在这个原理上可能不够正确，但是呢，这个不是不够正确，不够准确，但是这个方法特别好用，大家可以看一看。Okay, let's check this out. Let's check out set C right now. Set C, question 4. Okay, let us have a look. Set C, question 4, and how to solve this kind of question. Okay, so this is question 4. All right, so let's check this out. 来，我们一起来看这一题。Mari kita tengok soalan ini bersama-sama ya. Okay, so we can see that for this question, Anna and 2 of her children has drawn a portrait. And everyone, you can start to answer already. You can actually, give your answer in the YouTube. They put the portrait in the box, all right, to send to her friend in Johor Bahru, all right. So given that the height of the box is 40, so when you see this, you know lah, this is 40, all right, 40 cm. And then on the diagram, mark the angle between the portrait and the base of the box. So this is quite a simple question, to be honest. This is quite a simple one. So this is a portrait. This is the box. So they ask you to actually mark the angle. Just mark. So use your pencil to mark in the answer. I mean, not use a pencil, use a pen. I think pen is better. So yeah, you just mark it like that. You are done for A. And then now we need to calculate the angle between the portrait and the base of the box. So this is to calculate the angle, right? I always encourage students to actually draw the triangle. So, okay, draw it out. When you look at a triangle, draw it out, and also make sure you show a 90 degree in the triangle. Always try to have a right angle triangle. Unless you cannot draw it, then you need to like create it. No matter how, you need a 90 degree in that triangle. And then, of course, what you need to do is you need to key in all the value. So you have 60 here, you have 40 here, and the angle that you are looking for is this one. I'll put a theta, easy. Okay. 所以同学们，当我们要算那个角度的时候，永远画一个三角形出来。然后这个三角形呢，最好就是这个正角三角形。你画了出来过后呢，就是把你的这个你要找的这个角度标清楚，用 theta 给它标清楚。然后你有注意到吗？那个50我完全没有用到，因为它不需要。So if you notice that I didn't use that 50 cm at all. That 50 cm is not needed for this question. Okay, so now we can calculate this already. And remember, to calculate angle in a triangle, we have only one method, that is trigonometry. 当我们要算这个角度的时候，只可以用这个所谓的 trigonometry. And we can see the angle involved here is we have two lengths two sides that are available. We have opposite, we have adjacent. Okay, so which one? Trigonometry, tangent, cosine, which one is opposite and adjacent? I think you all are very familiar with that. So we know that opposite and adjacent, tangent. So tangent what? tangent theta should be equal to 40 divided by 60. All right. So I believe now all of you actually can do already. It's very simple. Okay. Just like move the things a little bit. We know that tangent theta is equal to 40 over 60. Then we are moving the tangent to right hand side, become arctangent 40 over 60. And we are getting our angle. And I can see some of you actually show your answer in the comment already. Very good. Let's see you are right or not. So here is the answer. The answer is actually 33.69 degree. Okay, I'm not writing degree, but you can write degree for that. Yeah, 33.69. I can see. Oh, okay, I can see you all actually did it correctly. Very good. So that's very simple. I'm going to show you one more question, the harder one. Okay, the harder one. That one is a simpler one. That one we don't really apply the knowledge of identifying angle. So now I'm going to set B question 2. Let's look at set B question 2. Okay, check this out. Not question 2. Oh, sorry. Maybe I typed the wrong question. Never mind, let me look for that. Yeah. So it is set B, and it's very obvious one. You look at the diagram, you know, okay, this is actually lines. Oh, it's not question 2, sorry, question 4. Okay, so then let's us look at this right now. Okay, so check this out. Diagram 2 shows a cuboid box with square base PQRS. Okay, all right. You can start to do it right now already while I'm talking about it. Okay, you can leave your answer in the comment. So we can see that PRT is a rectangular glass. So when the question says PRS, please draw it out lah. So PRT, sorry, not PRS. So PRT is a rectangular glass that put into the box. And what else? M is the midpoint of diagonal PR. So we can see that is an M. I put a cross there as an M. And then we need to calculate the angle between PRT and PQRS. Okay, here, Salo would like to share with you my techniques already, how we are getting this. It's very simple. When you see this, right, PRT, right, you write down PRT first. First of all, you write down PRT. And then next you write, because you need to know, we are looking for the angle between PRT and PQRS. So write down PRT and write down PQRS, write down both. And I'm going to teach you a very easy hint for us to find the angle. Okay, sometimes you will feel confused. How can we find angle? But there is a hint for you. It's very easy. Okay, we know that an angle is always like, you know, angle, and then there are 3 alphabets for the angle. Always 3 alphabets for the angle. So when we know there are always 3 alphabets for the angle, this is how you can actually give me an answer if you want. We can see we always try to identify the alphabet in the middle first. So how to identify the alphabet in the middle? Very simple. Check this out. PRT and PQRS. What are the repeating alphabet? PR are repeating. When PR are repeating, I will know inside this is sure a P, R, or M. Why I say PR or M? Because I can see that it's a midpoint M in between. So usually, if the question didn't give you any midpoint, the question just said P or R only, no midpoint, then it can be B, it can be P, it can be R lah. But for this question, they purposely actually show you a M. They purposely show you M. Then I will know this definitely will be M already. M will definitely be one of the answer already. Okay, definitely. Okay, so let's key in the M. Okay, so the middle is M. And next, how can we identify another 2 alphabets? Another 2 alphabets actually came from this also. So this one remaining T. So I will say that, oh, no choice. T will be surely the answer already. So T will surely the answer. Okay. Another answer we don't know. Another answer can be Q or can be S, but out of this Q and S, you will choose one to put here. So how can we know which one is the correct one? How can we know? It's very simple. When you see something like this, you know already TM, right? You draw a TM. T to M, you draw it. Okay, you draw a T to M. And then you think logically. From T, you want to draw to S is actually, you know what, we learn about that projection, right? So T to S is a projection or orthogonal projection, but T to Q is not. 所以呢，在这里呢，比较复杂在这里啊。所以同学们，当你们要找这个 angle between the plane 的时候，你把它的两组的符号写下来。然后呢，我们知道说那个角度一定会有3个符号的，中间那个符号是很关键的。你看你两组的那个字母呢，重复的就会是你中间的那一个，重复的就是你中间的那一个。所以PR 重复 ，P 跟 R 重复，所以这个中间字母可能是 B， 可能是 R， 也或者是 PR 的中间，也就是 M。这一题啊，既然它给了你 M， 那么意思是说它一定是 M 的，它已经是故意的告诉你答案就是 M， 那中间一定是 M。那么左右两旁的字母怎么看？我们看 PRD 那边剩下 T， 那么一定是 T 了，别说了，一定是 T 了，所以 TM 是一定的。接下来呢，另外一边的那个字母是 Q 还是 S 而已。然后至于要怎样看 Q 和 S 呢？我们就看 T 借去 S 跟 T 借去 Q 的时候，你想象看，它上面有一个太阳照射下来 ，T 的影子出现在哪里 ？T 的影子出现在 S， 所以很明显答案是一个 S。So it's like, you know, imagine that is a sun. There's sunlight came from the top, so the shadow of T will be on the point S. So answer will be TMS. That's easy only. So we already find the angle between the planes. So the angle in between the plane will be TMS. Okay. So let me just give you an angle. So this is the answer. The answer will be angle TMS. Let's check this out. So this is the answer. Sorry, TMS. Okay, and of course we need to calculate the angle TMS. And as I told you just now, if you want to calculate the angle TMS, we need to draw the right angle triangle. We need to draw a right angle triangle. Okay. So try to draw. You know, try to follow the situation here. So if you draw a right angle triangle, what you are having is the top is T. Okay, the top is T, and then the bottom is S. And then another side, this one will be an M. And we try to insert whatever value we have. Okay, from here we can tell that because we can see a value here. We can see this is like 8T. If this is 8T, TS must be 8T as well. So we know that TS is 8T already. Okay, so I just insert lah, TS is 8T. And SM, what is SM? Because we can know that M is the middle of PR. So to find SM, actually we need to find the length of PM lah. So PR, as we can see, this is like we can see that is a Pythagoras theorem. P to Q, Q to R. To find PR, we just apply Pythagoras theorem. 50 squared plus 50 squared. So 50 squared plus 50 squared. You square it the whole thing, you should be able to get 70.71 something. But we need just half of it, half of the SM. So you need to divide by 2. So you should be getting 35.35. 35. I would say 35.3553 maybe. I just keep my answer in this one lah, will be better. Make it smaller a bit so that it won't block. So we know that that is 35.355. So everyone, if you still don't know how to find SM, right? I want you to be able to find PR. Remember, use Pythagoras theorem to find a PR. Half of the PR is actually equal to SM. Okay, it's actually equal to SM. So now you have the value and you are looking for TMS. So TMS, I think I told you just now, you should actually label your angle. Your angle is here. So what you have is 8T, the opposite. You have adjacent. Oh, wow, you are using the tangent again. So let's do tangent again. So we are going to tangent angle TMS. Tangent this will be opposite over adjacent, which will be 80 divided by 35.3553. Everyone, you can actually write down your answer down here. I can see some of your students. Yeah, wow, okay, you are trying, huh? I can see some of your students actually already got the answer, like told me TMS already. Yes, very good. Okay. So tangent 35.3553, you will be getting 88.3738 lah. So 88.38. All right. So yeah, 88.38 degree. So this is the answer. All right. So I can see that is the answer 66.16. No, yeah, should be 88.38. Yeah. Okay. So for this one should be 88.38. Okay, so this one should not be a problem for you already. Yeah? So remember, when you want to find the angle between two planes, this is a tips for you to find it. These are tips for you. All right. So now let's go back to our question, our analysis. We finished all the analysis in Form 3 and Form 4 already, and we are short of time. For this part, I might go a bit faster because I actually covered 1, 2, 3 questions for you. Okay, I covered 3 questions that you voted just now. Okay, and then for Form 5, right? Graph of function. Yes, this is the twins brother of set. If the question they came out set, this one won't be asked. But if the question they don't ask set, then they will ask this lah. But graph of function, they will only ask graph of inequality. So this one is for you to shade the region of inequality. And this is a tips for you. Before shading, make sure your y-axis always at the left-hand side with a positive sign. For you to check the greater than, less than, make sure your y, I mean your y lah, always your variable y always on your left-hand side. Remember that with a positive. And then how we shade? If you can read here, shade the upper region when you see greater, and shade the lower region when you see less than, just like that. Okay, upper and lower only. Okay, and there is a case that you cannot see, you cannot differentiate up or upper region or lower region when you are drawing a vertical line. Vertical line, you can only see right hand side or left hand region. So greater is for right, less the less than is for left lah. So that's the idea. Okay, and then next, the matrix. For matrix, it's very easy. Every year they will always ask this. They will always ask you to construct a matrix equation and solve it. So basically, they will give you simultaneous equation, and then you need to make it into matrix equation, and then you solve it. When you solve it, of course, you need inverse matrix. And sometimes the question will ask you to calculate the inverse matrix first. Okay, only let you to solve the matrix equation. And then remember, the question sometimes will ask, under what cases the matrix is not, okay, so under what cases the matrix don't have inverse? So remember, you have that 1 over AD minus BC, the determinant. So that determinant, if the question asks for what cases these matrices don't have inverse, then you just let AD minus BC equal to 0, because we know that AD BC equal to 0, we cannot proceed with the calculation. So the whole calculation will be undefined. So for that case, the inverse matrix will be they don't have inverse for that one. Okay. And then next, for the gradient and area under a graph. Okay, so this one got 3 types. Okay, we have distant time graph, we have speed time graph, we have unusual graph. Okay, we have these 3 types of graph. Okay, so for distant time and speed time, these 2 graphs are the frequent asked question. Unusual graph is very rare. I very rare to see unusual graph, but just give you a hint. When we are solving unusual graph, we are not unusual graph, they are not asking about distance, they are not asking about speed, they will be asking about rate. So for rate, right, in order for you to calculate rate, remember, gradient is always equal to the rate. So always calculate the gradient to find the rate. Okay, so this will be the special one. So for the distance time graph and speed time graph, what you need to know is you need to remember one thing. Okay, that is one thing I think I need to add here is you need to always remember we have two things to calculate. The gradient always stands for the rate. The rate can be speed or can be acceleration. You have these two things only. Okay, the rate can be speed, can be acceleration. These two things only. It's either one. So when they are looking for speed or acceleration, go for gradient. And another thing that it will ask you is area under the graph. Area under the graph. Area under the graph is always the total distance. You have three things you want to calculate only. So you want to go for speed or acceleration, you just go for the gradient. But of course, for speed will be distance time graph. For acceleration will be speed time graph. And then for speed time graph, they will ask you area under the graph. So you just find the total distance. Okay, I mean, you just find the area under the graph to get the total distance. All right, and then I think you all actually voted this. So let's talk about this. And you all voted about probability also. Wow, you actually voted a lot of questions. And I worry that we don't have enough time to cover everything. So now we have another 30 minutes. I would like you to actually, if you have questions, you can start to ask already. Okay, you can start to ask questions already. So I'll go through some with you. So let's check this out. So I think I checked out this paper. Let's go for speed time graph at the moment. So we have question 9 in A. Okay, question 9 in A. Let's check this out. Okay, I think I want to change this because this one a bit blur. Then I go to use, I use this set series is better, or else a bit blur for you to see that. So this one is in question 11. Let's check this out. Okay, so this is a speed time graph. So you see, it's very simple. The question is asking for state the uniform speed. And I think you all can see that the uniform speed is just here. So answer is 16. That's it. Finish. Okay, I'm not going to write down everything, yeah. And then now calculate the rates of change in the first 5 seconds. So when they ask rate of change, so how? Remember, I think I told you just now, the rate, the acceleration, the speed is always the gradient. So rate of change, remember, it's a gradient. First 5 seconds. So gradient of what? Gradient of this line. So what you need to have is actually to have the coordinates. When you want to find the gradient, always have the coordinates. Okay, I can see someone is asking question. Yeah, you can, yeah, Cikgu Heng.
Soalan dari para pelajar, sila
ada soalan. Apakah soalan pelajar ini? Sebab saya tak nampak apa-apa soalan di sini. Sementara ni saya tak lihat ada apa-apa soalan. Cikgu Heng, ada soalan tak?
Cikgu Lo, 你好. Cikgu Lo, tadi kan ada satu soalan yang dihuraikan oleh Cikgu Lo. Ada pelajar kata Cikgu Lo dah silap calculation. So kemungkinan Cikgu Lo boleh lihat balik yang soalan tadi tu.
Yang mana satu ya?
The previous one.
Yang angle itu.
Ya, yang adakah murid betul tak yang angle itu? Kalau betul boleh bagi tahu cikgu yang mana satu yang cikgu, sebab kemungkinan cikgu yang banyak soalan kan, so dia pun tersilap.
Okay, kalau macam ni, I tengok sekejap ya. Tadi soalan ini kan, adakah soalan ini?
Ya, pelajar adakah soalan ni yang angle? Ya betul, cikgu, angle.
Okay, cikgu cepat-cepat confirm sekejap lagi jawapannya. Okay, 50 square. Pelajar-pelajar ada soalan nak tanya, boleh terus tanya juga. Okay, sebab kita kesingkatan masa ya. Okay, so kita tengok sekejap soalan ini. Cikgu lo cek sekejap dia punya jawapan. Okay, 80. Okay. Good job, yeah. Oh yeah, memang 66.16. Yeah, you are right. You are right. Sorry, tadi mesti tekan salah benda. Thank you. So tadi so if you can check just now, actually the calculation, the value all correct already. Just maybe when we type the formula is too fast. So that is very important for you to check the answer. It's very important. So later I will talk to you about checking the answer. Okay, when you are doing very fast, sometimes you just type the wrong figure, you will get the wrong thing. Okay, but the step is correct, yeah? The step is exactly correct. Just maybe I think I typed something wrong just now. Okay, thank you. Thanks for raising up. Okay, and then now let's go back to this. So remember, if you are looking for rate of change, you are looking for the gradient. And I think I put 2 points here. Okay, there are 2 points here. So let's have the coordinate. So find 16. And then another coordinate will be 0, 7, is it? Yeah, 5, 16, and 0, 7. So when you have 2 coordinates, you want to find a gradient, it's so simple. We know that we will be using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Basically, how you look at it, remember the y value minus the y value. So 16 minus 7 divided by the x value minus x value, which is 5 minus 0. So what are we getting? 16 minus 7 divided by 5, you will be getting 1.8. So it's that simple only. Okay, so you are getting the rate of change already. So next, usually I know when speed time graph, they always want to ask the area of under the graph. So you see, calculate the value of t. Okay, so we can see there is a t here. If the distance traveled in the last 15 seconds is 160. So we know that last 15 seconds, where is the last 15 seconds? Let's check this out. We know that 20, because we know that the ending is 20, right? So 20 minus 15 will be 5. So we know that last 15 is from 5 to 20 is here. Okay, so in order for us to calculate the value of t, you know what? We just calculate the area of these two shapes. So we can see we have one shape lah. So what is this shape? It's a very obvious shape. This is a trapezium. So you know what? We just calculate the area of this trapezium, and then we know that the distance traveled is equal to area under the graph. So just calculate the area of this trapezium, and then I'm going to like highlight a little bit for this trapezium. Okay. Oh, not so nice. I don't like the highlight. Okay, never mind. So this area of trapezium, you just let it equal to 160, and then you will be able to get a t. I'm not going to show that already. You can try it out yourself. The answers is in the Google Drive for you. So since you have the link just now, you can check the Google Drive. Okay, for you yourself. Okay, thank you. So, all right, everyone. We still have about 20 minutes. If you have any question, you can start to ask already. Okay, well, I can see someone is already calculated a t already. Okay, you're all very participative, but now I feel so sorry because I only set 2 hours for you. Actually, I should give you more time. Then we can actually ask a lot more. We can talk a lot more. I underestimate the time that we need to use. I should give you more time for that. Okay, so now we go for probability. So for probability, the question is always the same. They ask you to list out all the possible outcomes and then ask you to find the probability of certain situations. And then you want to know one thing. Sometime for some question, tree diagram will be super useful. And if you are not familiar with tree diagram, you can click the website here to help you to practice a bit more about tree diagram. Just now, you actually ranked probability quite high as well, but allow me to skip this at the moment so that I can go through all the analysis for section B also. Section B actually awarded transformation and earth. Hopefully later we can go through one of them maybe. So for section B, 48 marks, I want to say that section B is really a bonus section because all the questions are all the same for every year. And then something interesting about this section B is for section B, you will see that all of them are related to drawing. As long as you draw, you are getting the marks already. So for first one, graph of function, you will need to draw the graph. Transformation, you are not drawing the transformations, but I mean, you need to apply some drawing for you to get the answer lah. You're not drawing anything, but you need to draw some line. You need to do something for you to find the transformation, right? And then statistic, you will be drawing graph as well. Plan and evaluation, also drawing. So these four chapters, I would say that is the easiest 4 chapters for you to score your 12 marks. And for the final one, the Earth as a sphere, I won't actually recommend all of you to try if you are not familiar with Earth as a sphere. Earth as a sphere can be a bit more complicated if you're not so familiar with it. So I would say that the first 4 that I actually bracket is the best 4 question that you should be trying it. Okay, and then you can look at this side. I also give you the past. I gave you the past year. You can see that for graph of functions, every year what kind of question being asked. So we can actually predict lah. 2020, what are they going to ask? So we have last year quadratic, before that reciprocal, before that cubic. Hey, so what are they going to ask for this year? So only 3 of them: quadratic, reciprocal, or cubic, either one of them. And then for the transformations, this is what I actually observed. For transformation, right? This is a favorite combination. They have question ABC or maybe AB, but B got 2 parts. For transformation, they always the first part they like to combine translation and rotation usually. But anyway, that's usually. I didn't say it's a compulsory thing. And then for part B, right? They will definitely for part B you need to describe your transformation, right? One of your transformation must be enlargement. It is for sure it's an enlargement. And another one can be reflection, can be translation, can be anything, but one of them must be enlargement. And then for the question B, part B, you should be able to apply this formula to solve, to calculate area. Area equal to image, area of image equal to area of object multiplied by k squared. This will be a very, very useful formula for you to calculate that. Okay. And then for statistic, you can also see the pattern. You can see so many years of ogive. And then last 2 years was frequency polygon. So who know what is going to be asked this year? But please make sure you know all the three diagram. How are you going to draw all of them? And then plan and elevations. This is my advice to all of you. Always label all the vertices with the alphabet given, and the total number of the alphabets of your drawing should be exactly the same as the diagram. All right. So this one to make sure that you are correct lah. Okay. Of course, when how to say that, the alphabet is not so important in your answer, but it's important for you to check whether you are right or not. Okay. For Earth as a sphere, I'm not going to talk much at the moment. So if you read the notes here, you can read it by yourself. You can see I already tell you what is the question that being asked, A, B, C, D. You can check out yourself here. So I'm not going to go too long here. I remember you all actually voted transformations and Earth, but allow me to skip this at the moment. I want to open for you all to ask me Q&A at the moment. And then last one. This is my advice to you all. So how to manage our time wisely? How to manage our time wisely? Yeah. So we have paper 1 and paper 2, we know. Okay. And then this is my suggestion. No matter what kind of paper, please use only 1 hour. Paper 1, 1 hour. Paper 2, you have 2 sections. Please use only 1 hour for section A and only 1 hour for section B. This is my advice, personal opinion. So that you have extra time for you to check your answer. Is because checking answer is very important. If you don't check answer, you will be like slow just now. Like we are doing very fast, then we can type something wrong in the calculator. Then yep, we are getting a wrong answer. So always try to keep try to keep your timing. Please bring your own watch into the exam hall. Although there will be a clock prepared for you in the exam hall, but having your own watch is actually better lah. Okay, it's easier for you to track the time. Okay, so I will recommend for paper 2 when you start, just do the the first 1 hour. You just do all the thing in section A. After 1 hour you still cannot finish, please stop for a while. Go to attempt section B, because section B actually a lot of mark there and it's quite easy. So make sure you manage your time wisely. And then for paper 1 objective, my student always ask me one question, how long time you need? I will say 1 minute. Okay, one question, 1 minute. Wow, 40 minutes can finish. Actually, it's of course impossible. For some questions, you need a longer time, but try to make it as fast as possible because you really need the time. You need a budget time for you to check your answers. Okay, so everyone, now we have another 10 minutes. I would like to open to you all to ask me any question because I prefer your question more than what I said here, because whatever here you can read it by yourself later. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat it again. So yeah, you do have any question you want to ask me at the moment? Everyone? Any question? Yeah, if you have a question, you can ask. Okay, if you don't have question, then I will actually spend. Okay, cool. Okay, that one is asking if you didn't write the label for the plan elevations, will you lose mark? No, because the plan elevations, when we are looking at it, we are looking at your... Okay, I saw that question already. So when you are looking for the plan and elevation, right? Okay. So when we are looking at the question, right, the plan and relations, we only want to check your dimension, whether your length of the diagram is exactly correct or not, and then the angle between the line, is it 90 degree or not? So you need to make sure that your measurement is accurate. That's it, and make sure that your orientation is correct lah. So the label is not important here, but your measurement is important. Okay, this is day 1, right? Okay, I think I need to stop this screen at the moment so that you all can actually talk to me directly, which is better. Okay, let's go back to StreamYard, and then let me stop sharing. And yes, we can talk about this together. Okay, now I think open for you all to ask questions. Oh wow, now I realize I actually got more questions here. No wonder I don't see that. Okay, let's answer your question. Okay, 慧命 paper 1我通常做不完，最后都用钉的。做不完的话，当然你一定要钉啊，不要留空。但是如果能的话，尽可能就是看着那个时间，好像是手表是吗？尽可能维持能的话1题1分钟这样的一个速度。当然，1题有些时候可能你们需要到2分钟，可是尽量就是能多快就做多快，尤其是前面很容易的部分哦。OK， 然后不要停留太久，发现停留太久就跳题。OK， OK，let me check。Sir， 我要看这里会比較好一點。剛才我看到沒有，我一直看不到你們的題目。So just now I actually was looking at my phone. I can't really read your question now. I feel like okay, I should check here. Sir， 考 paper 2的時候，你會建議我們回答全部 section B 嗎？總之你聽我說，你有2個小時半，你先回答4題 section B， 回答4題啊。檢查答案全部檢查完了，你還有時間，你才做最後那1題。你有時間的話，因為什麼？批改老師會改5題裡面最高的4題，所以我比較希望你去檢查答案，要不然你就像我這樣剛才有烏龍。OK， 建議先做後面的 graph 嗎？其實看個人。因為我擔心有些同學一開始剛剛考卷一開起來，畫 graph 你就悠閒悠哉的畫 graph， 結果後面你花了很長時間，前面的1到11題你沒有時間做，就有一點可怕了。所以，可是這個是看個人啊，看你平時的訓練，請你不要改變你的模式。如果你平時是 section A 先做起，再做 section B 的話，那麼你就根據你原本的模式，不要突然間中途改變模式。我覺得這樣子回答比較好，因為我發現我一個人在講好像有點不好玩啊。這樣子看你們問題比較好。Okay, so do form 3 question will come out. Yes, SPM is not just form 4 and form 5. It's form 1 to form 5. For form 3 question, it will in the objective question, the paper 140 question, it is a mixture of form 1 to form 5. But of course lah, form 4 and form 5 will be more. Form 1 to form 3 will be lesser. In paper 2, I think I showed you just now, only got 3 questions is from 3 questions. I mean from 1 to from 3 questions lah. Another are all from 4 and from 5. 慧命，我不会做，等下啊，我不会做 paper 1的那些 unknown 的算式。OK， 这一个东西，这个 unknown 算是坦白说，现在临时临急，你要去把它掌握起来，坦白说不容易。我会建议说，现在你还剩2天是吗？你把你的时间全部火力攻在 paper 2，OK？所以那个 unknown 算是你不要花太多时间纠结它了，因为 unknown 的那一些基本上只有大概2、3题，就是那2、3分，就是140分里面的2、3分。可是如果你花太多时间去研究它的话，就很浪费时间了。这个东西是要在很早期的时候去把它掌握起来。Okay, Terence, can we do all section B if enough time? I think I told one of you just now. You make sure you check all the answers first. You have time only to do all the section B. Only the highest 4 questions will be checked lah. Will be checked by the marker. Okay, like I want to say sorry first because I don't think I can answer all the questions here. I can only answer most of the question here, and if I can't answer your question, later I will come back to this to this comment. I will try to answer you using typing and answer you lah. Actually, I want to ask something. Can I ask technical team? Can I like have extra time for this streaming so that I can answer more of the question? Now it's almost 1 o'clock, right? We supposed to end at 1 o'clock, right? But is it possible for us to expand this a bit longer? Technical team? Later tell me, technical team. Our Mr. Chi Xiang. Yeah. Okay, now let's continue first. 画 plan 不用 label， 对，其实
15 minit.
Sorry， 我听不到。Yeah, what are you asking, Mr. Heng?
多15分钟。
Okay. Luckily, we can have another 15 minutes.
后台那边说可以延迟吗？那么可以多15分钟。
Okay, thank you. Okay, 我刚才看到有人讲说画 plan 不用 label 错会没有分，没有错。如果你画 plan 是不用 label 的，你 label 错是没有分的。可是老师会建议你们帮 label， 原因是为什么呢？通常一个 plan elevation 它可能有10多个、20个 alphabet， 然后假设10多个 alphabet， 15个，然后你如果有去 label 它的话，你就知道说哦，你这15个你都画完了。然后你就可以知道说你都完整了，你没有遗漏了。如果你没有 label 的话，有时你遗漏你不知道。当然，你检查好你没有遗漏了，你才把你的 label 擦掉，明白吗？你就不用担心说你有 label 错被扣分的这个问题。所以你 label 是为了帮你算。考试画 graph 可以用笔芯笔画。OK， 来这里同学们，我有一个东西很重要跟大家讲。这个因为很重要，所以我要用英文，所以全部人都听得懂。有一些同学听不懂英文听不懂华语啊。Okay, so Ziyang actually asked a question. Can you use pencil to draw the graph? Can you use pencil? I will say that please use pencil to draw the graph. Don't use pen, because if you use pen, I mean all the drawing in math, all the drawing, if you use pen, if you are wrong or you are doing any mistake, you cannot erase already. You need to change paper and it will be very troublesome. So please use pencil only for all the drawing. But here is an advice. This year is the first time our government is using online marking, which means all your papers, none of the marker will be having your paper. The marker will be marking your paper online. Your paper will be scanned online to mark. Means make sure that your handwriting, your ink is very clear. Please use, if you are for all the writing, please use black color. I mean, I will advise lah, not please lah, but advise. Highly recommended using black color ink, and better use ballpoint pen. Because ballpoint, I mean, buy a better ballpoint pen. Don't buy the very cheap one. Buy some branded ballpoint pen. Not very branded lah. Like I mean, at least 1 ringgit per pen is better than 20 cents per pen. So the pen with the darker ink. Use ballpoint. Why? Because if you are using the liquid ink, the one like a bit like liquid one, watery like that one, during the scanning process, if your ink is not dry enough, your words might be blurred because of the pressing and everything. So I say ballpoint pen will be the best choice, and black color will be the best choice. Of course, Okay lah, blue and black I think is fine, but try to make it clear. And for all the drawing, use the pencil with high quality, which is 2B. Okay, I think in your exam they always mention try to use 2B because 2B is actually darker, and you can use for drawing, right? In case you need a darker drawing, I will say a normal pencil is better. You know, you can have a sharpener, the pencil that you use to shape the OMR paper. That kind of pencil is better because it's not very sharp, and whatever you draw is like a bit thicker. Because the mechanical pencil is a bit too thin. When too thin, sometimes we can't see your drawing. I'm not sure. I don't know how good is the scanning process, but try to increase the chance of your answer being seen by the marker. 所以同学们想尽办法让你的答案是清晰可见的，因为我们不会看到你真正的纸张，我们会看到的是你的那个scanning 的版本，那个扫描的版本，所以让你的答案越清楚、越清晰越好。Okay, graph 应该分配多长时间 ？So everyone, I will be answering question according to the language you ask me. You ask me in BM, I will answer in BM. You ask me in English, I will answer in English. And Mandarin, of course, I need to answer in Mandarin 啦。So graph 应该分配多长时间？刚才我说了，就是后面的那一个部分就是 section B， 最好就是试题啊，1个小时。试题1个小时的话，一题大概就是15分钟，所以一个 graph 你画跟算全部。就是15到20分钟了，我可以讲多20分钟，不要太长 ，OK？ 盯着你的手表啊，记得啊。所以 plan 的 answer 只可以有图案罢了吗？point 和 cm 检查后都要擦掉，对吗？对，没有错。plan and elevation 答案最后只留下图案，线条要清楚，因为有2种，一种是实线，一种是虚线嘛。虚线和实线清清楚楚，那些什么那个 ABCD 啊，多少 cm 都不需要的。只不过是检查答案的时候需要 ，OK， 所以你可以用铅笔写下来，过后擦掉没有问题。Statistic 的 graph 可以多加几个东西吗？例如题目只有 frequency and midpoint， 我可以写 fx 在旁边，可以。那个 graph 你自由的，你要自己多加一些东西没有问题的，而且我鼓励你多加，就是如果你要找 mean， 就是 summation fx over summation f 哦，你就有一个 column 是 f， 一个 column 是 x。你就自己多算一个 fx 咯，这样子咯。那种 horizontal plane or horizontal ground 的题目通常怎么做？你在讲什么啊？什么叫 horizontal plane and horizontal ground 的题目？你说的是哪一课哪一题啊？这个我有一点不太明白是哪一题。Okay, better don't use gel pen. Yes, Chang Chiu Fun said correctly. Better don't use gel pen. Better use ballpoint pen. Is the best lah, is the best choice. Okay, decimal 4位一定没有错。其实 decimal 是越多越好。OK， 然后我们讲最安全保守啦 ，the safest 啦，是4个位，4个位。Ray Chin, paper 2 last drawing question need to label or not? Or just now I think I mentioned just now. Label is for you to check your answer. After you check your answer, confirm correct, you can erase all the labeling already. Okay, can erase all the label already. Okay, what else question you have? Just ask 啊。不然有时会画反怎么办？哦，不然真的不要画反，你画反的话就很难赚分了。OK， 可能我就在这里展现一题啊，讲到 plan 啊，好吧，我们来说一题。我就只讲 plan 罢了 ，OK， 我给你一个例子啊，先哈，它有点慢 ，OK， 好，来我们来看一下 plan 的题目，我们就讲一题就好了，就讲这个马六甲的吧 ，OK， 我们看那个 plan， 这个是要画 elevation， 这个是画 plan，OK。来，同学们，我们一起来看这一题。小一点点。好，这题呢，它题目它说 draw to full scale the plan， 还要你画 plan。同学们，怎样画 plan 呢？很简单，我们 plan 的意思是说 plan， actually 不是 plan，sorry， 周末一直讲 plan， 不好意思 ，plan。OK， 好，如果我们要画这 plan 的话，也就是所谓的平面图，你的眼睛是从上往下看的，所以呢，
当你在画的时候，你这个我就不详细的讲我们要怎么画出来了。可是大概我就给你一个大概，它的那个答案应该是长这一个样子。然后我们可以看到说它有一个斜面，我可以看到说它有一个斜面。然后呢，当然我现在会这样画是错的啊，你们不可以像我这样到时随便乱画啊，我纯粹是给你们看它的样子长什么样子罢了。OK， 好，有点丑，但是它大概是长这样子的，所以你应该可以看到有4面的东西，所以你可以看到说，你可以看到说一面，然后这个是2面，然后这个是第3面，然后这个是第4面，你看到这4面的东西，然后你说老师，我的 plan 这样子可以吗？啊，当然这样看没有问题。可是如果你画成另外一个样子，你画成打直的样子的话 ，OK， sorry， 你画成打直的样子的话，大概是长这个样子啦，差不多。OK， 差不多长这个样子啊。你们到时不可以像我这样儿戏的话，你们要用尺画啊。所以如果你把这个 plan 就是转过来，就是你明白吗？就你想象看，你的人是站在这个，你的人是站在 BC 这里看过去的话，你会看到的是一个这个样子，就是打直的嘛。所以打横打直都没有问题。plan 打横打直都可以，最重要是你从上面看下来 ，OK， 其他的都不行。如果有其他画法的话都不行 ，OK，so，希望刚才的那个解释可以帮到你。好像一定要用铅笔，你是说什么东西？好像一定要用铅笔。要怎么把 graph 画 ？OK， 阴性就是说要怎么把graph 画整齐 ，graph 不美会被扣分，没有错。所谓 graph 要美，就是那个一定要是怎么说呢？它很顺的，就是很顺的一个样子的。那边有1分，不美就是会被扣1分，就这么简单。要怎么把 graph 画得整齐啊？这个基本上你相信你学校老师一定有训练过你很多次，你要真的很有耐心的，就是慢慢把每一个点连接起来，然后准备你的那个交叉，画得不整齐了，擦掉画过 ，OK， 这样子。然后我们来看一下 plan 几时会有 dotted line， plan 几时会有 dotted line， 就是当你看到隐藏的点的时候，就是说当你在看那个形状的时候，你发现哎呀，我现在一下子很难解释，这个需要多一点时间才能够解释。总之是当你发现到有隐藏的那个线条的时候，就是说你表面上是看不到的，你知道说在那个表面的后面，在里面隐藏着的，我们就用 dotted line。OK，Crystal Belly 说，要按照题目的 cm 画，还是自己量出来 cm 画？请你跟着你量出来的 cm， 就是说题目纸上写6 cm， 纸上如果写6 cm 的话，你拿尺去量那个纸上6 cm 的时候，它肯定不是6 cm 的，因为你的考卷纸这么小张，它不可能真的给你完全真正的尺寸的，它是不可能容纳得下的。所以呢，你要跟的是题目上的数目字，他说6 cm， 然后你画的时候自己用你的尺量6 cm。OK， 我看到 Alvin Map 来新加坡人来祝福大家 SPM 成功了，谢谢你哦。OK， 我们来看一下温气。画 graph 可以用 flexible ruler， 对，如果你没有 flexible ruler 的话，你们可以用；如果没有的话，你就要很有耐心的是慢慢把那些点连接起来。可是如果你还没有买 flexible ruler 的话，我并不鼓励你现在马上跑去买，因为毕竟就只为了那1分，然后有点大费周章，所以你就用你平时的方法去把它做好来，而且怕你不习惯用。然后接下来还有什么吗？我说了，所有的画画请用铅笔。不管是什么东西，所有的画画请用铅笔 ，OK，statistic 多加的 FX 需要用 pen 还是铅笔都可以。其实我觉得你不需要擦掉，因为你的 FX 其实当我们在改的时候，我们要看你们的做法，所以万一你在下面的做法错的话，你这个旁边的 FX 或许可以成为我们的一个参考，就说这个学生其实他明白不明白的，所以你可以留着，不需要把那个 FX 擦掉。然后如果题目叫 shape 可以用铅笔还是 ball pen？ 所有的画画我鼓励是用铅笔，原因只有一个，就是万一你画错的话，你可以马上擦掉改过，除非你很有信心这个就是对的答案，你不打算再擦掉了，你去用 pen 哦，那个没有问题，那个是没问题的。或者当然，如果你用了铅笔过后，你再补，你有时间你要补上那个 pen 在上面的话，那个也没问题。OK， 可是我觉得不需要，基本上铅笔就已经很清楚了。然后如果你要那个涂黑黑的那个 shading 的，你不用说去涂到它黑嘟嘟的，你只需要画斜线就可以了。OK， 然后总之所有的写都用 pen。所有的画都用铅笔，然后记得不要用涂改液。如果你们写错的话，请用这个 pen 直接删掉就行了。OK， 所有 angle of elevation 题目怎么做？angle of elevation 题目怎么做？这一个时间我来不及讲解，它需要一些时间来讲解。OK， 同学们。现在最后一课，如果说你们对这个还不懂怎么做的话，其实有一个方法，你们只需要在 YouTube 只需要 search how to calculate angle of elevation， 我相信会有很多那个视频出来教你们怎么做。这个我可能需要一个15分钟才能够教这个 angle of elevation 啊。OK， 如果画完 plan 不要下去 label 也没有关系，不会扣分，除非错的话才会扣分。OK， 所以你自己看着办。如果你平时你对你的这个很有信心的话，你觉得你不会 label 错的话，那么你就留着那个 label， 那个是没问题的。可是如果你担心的话，那你就把 label 拿掉。OK， 我会比较鼓励把 label 拿掉了过后。画 graph 可以用那个按笔，你说按笔是那个什么那个圆珠笔，那个 mechanical pencil 是吗？可以，但是并不太鼓励我觉得用木笔会比较好，因为木笔会比较粗，会看得比较清楚。那个 mechanical pencil 有时会比较细，我担心会看不清楚，纯粹担心啦。除非你的那个 mechanical pencil 的那个笔芯是不错的。如果画 transformation 的话，可以用透明纸画吗？什么叫做用透明纸画？就是说，这个我有一点不明白你的问题嘞。你意思说用透明纸画在透明纸上面，然后去转它吗？我倒是第一次听到有学生说要用透明纸。我自己本身不太清楚 SPM 的那个规则，考场的规则，可不可以把这透明纸带进去？应该是可以吧，因为我没有听说过禁止这个透明纸。请你跟你学校的老师请示一下，确定一下 SPM 可否带这透明纸进去。如果 plot detect 在 graph 的时候可以用杠笔 plot 吗？plot detect 在 graph 可不可以用杠笔 plot？ 可以，没有问题。如果你没有打算再擦掉它的话，总之记得那些会需要让你就是擦掉再重新写过画过的，请你用铅笔会比较好。tracing paper， 你这里的透明纸是所谓的 tracing paper， 对不对？没有错的话，考场是没有禁止 tracing paper 的啦，所以你是可以带进去。如果你要确定一下有没有禁止，因为这个东西我没有听人家说过 ，OK， 暂时没有听人家说过。然后对，用铅笔是比较好，用铅笔那个按的笔太细了，不太好。OK， 同学们，我们时间真是差不多了，我就来做一个简单的一个总结好，同学们，刚才OK, sorry, I think I need to change back my language to English right now. Yeah, so today is a bit multi-language, suddenly Mandarin, English, suddenly PM. All right, so I think you all can see that. So what else you all can do before the exam? Because your exam you still have today, tomorrow, then Monday is your exam already. So what else you can do? Just now I was very brief, tell you the whole paper too. I think you have a lot of questions to ask me, but sorry that I cannot attend to all the questions. But I hope that this document is helpful to you. How can you use this document to help you? So this is my 3 tips for you. First, go through the checklist above. Whatever I wrote in the document above, I hope that you can go through it one time, maybe today. Today is Saturday, right? You go through it. Make sure you know everything. If you can do all the questions in paper 2, which means you are getting 100 marks in your 100 marks, you are scoring a very high marks in paper 2. you are increasing your chance to score A or B in math already. So try your best to score your paper 2. Paper 2 is a key for you to really score this paper. And then in order to score paper 2, the checklist that I give you in this link will be very, very important. Okay, so which part that you still don't understand, right, is how you can do that. I always suggest my students these 4 ideas. Yeah, I found that I have very limited time with you all. So let me give you these tips lah. This is the ending for you. These tips will be very helpful for you today. So I always like 4B. I tell my students this 4B. So what is this 4B? 4B can be very useful. 4B stands for brain, look, and pause. Okay. So when you are going through the checklist above, you check, do you know how to do? If you challenge your challenge your brain first. Think, do you know how to do? If you know how to do, okay, good. If you don't know how to do, it's okay. Book, you can always refer to the book. And now the book is not just the physical book. You can always refer to any online resources. You go search YouTube, search Google. They have tons of solution for you. You can refer to that. Okay. And still cannot, never mind. You have your friends. Some of your friends in your class, they are very smart in math. They are very good in math. Just ask them, hey, can you just share with me how to do? And of course, if your friend still cannot let you understand, you have a boss. Every one of you have amazing math teacher as your boss behind. I'm very sure that your math teachers today, tomorrow, and Monday, they are ready, stand by to back up all of you. They will help you. So you can always talk to your math teacher, hey, how to do this or that. Okay, so what you can do now, go through the checklist above, check, try to make sure everything you can do. Cannot do, go to this 4B, brain, book, body, boss. This is what I want to help you here. Okay, and then the second thing, tomorrow, Sunday, if possible, simulate an exam for you yourself. Yeah, there is a typo error. It's not ANDN, it's ANN. Yeah, so it's a typo error. Just ignore the error. Okay, so stimulate an exam for you yourself. Tomorrow, Sunday, you know, try to block 2 hours, 30 minutes for your paper 2. Sit down at home. Don't do any other thing. Just make it like a real exam. You cannot refer to anything. You cannot talk to anyone. And then time yourself. See 2 hours, 30 minutes. You can do it or not. Okay. So simulation is always good for you. And after you finish your simulation, you check answer and see which part you are wrong, and then try to have a feedback for yourself lah. And lastly, Monday, please manage your well-being and make this day great. So which means Sunday night sleep earlier, because for math you really need a very clear mind. You need to be very you cannot be too tired. If you're too tired, you cannot answer the question. So manage your well-being, eating good food, have a good sleep. Not good food, like I would say healthy food. Okay, don't eat something too heavy. Okay, don't try some oily and some unhealthy food for you. So try to eat something healthy and manage your well-being. So these 3 things are the things that you can do in today, Sunday, and also Monday. So last but not least, actually I really have a lots of things to talk to you yet, but our time is really, really limited. I really hope to talk to you more. So if you still have any more questions, you can leave in this comment. I will try my best later in the evening to check the comment to see what else I can reply you. All right. So I hope that today is helpful for you. And before ending, right, I want to know how's your learning today, because I was not able to actually talk to all of you. So I am preparing an exit ticket for you to actually fill in to tell me your experience today. So your voice will be very important for Selo to keep improving our session now. This is an exit ticket. So I would like our technical team. Oh, sorry, I think I don't see the screen. Okay, you can see the screen right now. So I would like our technical team to share this with you. So this is an exit ticket. So basically you can write your name. You may skip this question if you prefer to stay anonymous. You can tell me your school, and you can tell me whether objective today is successfully achieved. You think that, oh, okay, you learn, you got something from this workshop, you learned something that you don't know before, or you really got to ask your question and your question being answered, you can give 4 or 5. But I think, I know today's session is a bit too short. Some of my things I want to ask, I cannot ask. You can put 1 or 2. You can be very honest with Selo. And of course, do you want to give Easy Learning Web any of your opinion? You can say yes, then you give some opinion. If no, no opinion, it's okay. So everyone, your voice is very important, because next Saturday we are going to run a lesson for EdMath. So Salo will be referring to your feedback to run the EdMath lesson. Okay, so that's the final thing from me. So everyone, so as I'm sorry to drag your time a bit too long. Okay, now it's 1:20. Thanks for staying with us here. At the end, Salo would like to wish all of the SPM students in Malaysia. I can see someone from Kota Kinabalu, someone from Perlis, Johor. I want to wish all of you to, all the best in your upcoming math SPM. To be honest, this is one of the easiest paper for you to score out of so many subjects, right? So I hope that all of you got a very good result, got the result that you really want. Okay, so wish all the best to all of you. Okay, so I'm going to pass back. So用华语讲一次啊，老师在这里祝福每一位同学呢，就是星期一的时候凯旋归来。所以这一个呢是我们的这一个，我敢说它是 SPM 的这么多科目里面其中一个相对比较容易的科目。所以老师希望在这里可以帮到你们。然后当然我们以后会有期 so I'll see you all again in next week. Yeah, one more thing I want to share to all of you before I pass to Cikgu Heng. A lot of things to tell you actually. Yeah, now I feel regret to ask for 2 hours. I should ask for 3 hours. Okay. Yeah, so I need to. Okay, so everyone, one more thing you need to know. Oh, sorry, this. One more thing you need to know is for next week Saturday, Salo will be running the same thing from 11 to 1, the EdMath. So for EdMath, if you are interested, so I think for next week EdMath, right? I think looking at how our interaction today, instead of going through the question in a very detail, I think I will just go through briefly, very quickly, and then I will open more time for you to Q&A with Salo lah. Yeah, you can ask Salo more questions instead of like today. I think I spent too much time on going into detail already. Yeah, so you cannot ask me too much. So if you're interested, just stay tuned to this Facebook and also YouTube of the Easy Learning Web. And then I hope to see you next week. Okay, and good luck for your Monday. Bye bye. So I am passed to Cikgu Heng. 方老师交回给你，谢谢。
kurang faham terhadap pembelajaran hari ini, bolehlah acak kali ulang menonton tayang video tersebut di Easy Learning Web atau YouTube. Anda digalakkan supaya menggunakan resolusi video yang iaitu 720 piksel untuk menikmati tontonan yang paling baik. Jangan lupa pada 6 Mac, iaitu Sabtu depan, ada PDP mata pelajaran Matematik tambahan. 同学们，星期六我们同样也会有这个网上教学的视频。这个星期六的科目呢是属于高级学的有报考高级数学的同学，欢迎在这个。Para pelajar jangan lupa subscribe Easy Learning Web. Jumpa lagi， 同学们再见，祝大家考场顺利。
OK。